Jared Polin, FroKnowsPhoto.com, and this is your Photo News Fix. This fix is brought to you by the inaugural My Roadcast competition with $150,000 in amazing prizes. Dan, did you hear that? They're amazing prizes. So how do you get entered? Well, you create a 1 to 2 minute podcast on any subject, you upload it to the contest page, and finally, tell your friends to vote for you. For more information and to get entered, head on over to bit.ly/roadcastfro, and good luck. First up, we have some sad news. Dan, cue the sad news music. For people who own cameras that take XQD cards like the D5, which I own, the Z6, the Z7, and Sony cameras that take them. Oh yeah, that's right. Sony, the developers of the XQD card, never actually put that card into any of their consumer-facing mirrorless cameras. Thanks, Sony. Meaning, why would other companies support that card if Sony never fully supported it? I'm sorry to say, the end of the road is near for the XQD card. But when one road is blocked, another one opens up. Block the gate! And now, I'd like to share some good news. CF Express, which shares the same exact size of the XQD card, is officially closer than ever. On top of that, our XQD cameras will become CF Express cameras with a firmware update. ProGrade has released a roadmap of their forthcoming cards. There's the top-end Cobalt version with 325 and 650 gigs of storage respectively, with read speeds of 1600 megabytes per second, with burst write speeds up to 1400 megabytes per second. Basically, these things are more for raw video than for raw photos. But hell, I'll take a couple if they want to send them to me. Sony, on the other hand, has announced they will be supporting CF Express with the introduction of their CF Express Tough Cards. Their cards will come in 128, 256, and 512 gig versions that clock in at, get this, a read speed of 1700 megabytes per second and a write speed of 1480 megabytes per second. Take that, ProGrade. As of now, there's no pricing, but if I had to guess, these cards, well, yeah, they'll be expensive. Next up, remember when I ripped the shit out of the Light L16 camera that they sent me to test out? Yeah, in its physical form, it's really bad, but the underlying technology is certainly something that has potential. What was wrong with the L16, you may ask, other than well, just about everything? Simple. It wasn't in a cell phone. Well, it looks like Light will be coming to cell phones sooner rather than later. Light and Sony have announced a partnership to advance the future of smartphones with 4 or more cameras on the back. And I quote, "The agreement allows Light to use and recommend to its customers and partners Sony's image sensors built in Light's computational imaging solutions and reference designs." Yeah, that's what quotes look like, because I didn't write it. Now let's take a look at Light's prototype 9-camera smartphone. With Light's technology and Sony's imaging sensors working hand in hand, you can expect to start seeing these camera arrays to not only show up in phones, but also autonomous vehicles and security systems. Shit, Dan, we could use that out here. I'm looking forward to the future, and by looking forward to the future, I mean I'm actually really not, for the time when the marketing department starts to say that these cameras shoot professional photos better than a real camera. Oh, did I just say real? I meant better than a professional camera, because the technology is so amazing in my cell phone. Well, it's not. Mega Fro giveaway. Yep, I'm still giving away a camera valued at $3,300 or less. Sign up right now at bit.ly/megafro. During CP Plus 2019 in Japan, Nikon was showing off the Z6 and Z7 running firmware with EYE AF. DP Review was able to film a side-by-side EYE AF comparison of the Z7 running against the Sony A7R III, and it looked like the Z7 was able to hold its own. What I did notice is that Sony still has a smaller box for their EYE AF when it covers the eye, whereas Nikon's box was slightly larger. And at a distance, Sony was able to still use EYE AF, whereas the Nikon Z7 resorted back to face detect. I don't think Nikon's EYE AF will be as good as Sony's just yet, but hopefully in the future, it will be. DP Review stated that they could not keep the test images, so they couldn't analyze it to see whether or not the EYE AF of the Nikon actually hit where the box said it was. What do you guys think? Will Nikon's EYE AF ever come close to Sony's? And finally, could Canon be working on a totally cray-cray 14 to 21mm f1.4L RF lens?
Crazy!
Canon Rumors is reporting that this lens is currently in advanced development, and based on their source, this lens is more than just a patent that was published back in November.
What's that?
Oh, you mean this? Introducing the Canon 14 to 21mm f1.4L RF lens in white. It's true, this is real, just look at it. You know it's real because it has this red line back here and it's white, it's totally professional. This isn't just an Apple HomePod turned on its side or anything, because this is definitely real and it's coming soon. Do I think it could be real? Sure, why not? With what Canon is doing with RF glass, you never know. But what would it cost? Probably something like 4,000 bucks. Would I buy one? Yeah, probably. I'm actually in love with all of the Pro L RF glass that Canon has announced so far. The only thing that's missing though, Pro mirrorless bodies.
Let's just keep it that way.
When they have a Pro mirrorless body for all of that great glass, look out, camera world. Yeah, I'm talking to you, No, wait. I'm talking to you, Sony? Yeah, I'm talking to you, Sony and Nikon. Until then, what do you guys think about this rumor? Could it be true? And there you have it. That's your photo news fix this time around. To check out the last fix, go ahead and click on the screen right here. Don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe. And that's where I'll leave it. Jared, Polin, Photos.com. See ya. Dan, look how it dwarfs the RP. Thank you, Canon, for sending us this early. This is definitely a great lens. Look at it zooms and everything.